So, as you think about working with a client, you have to make some decisions about whether to meet with the parents separately at any point, with the child individually, how to set all of that up. And so, what kinds of rationale do you use when you think that through?
I think it really depends on the individual child as well as the family and the kind of problem. If it seems much more like a family problem, then I think family therapy is the appropriate approach. If the child is really young, or maybe 5 or younger, depending on the presenting problem, you might want to just do a parenting consultation, just
Right.
meet separately with the parents. But as children get older, oftentimes it's important to engage them in the counseling process as well.
Right.
One of the family dynamics that I have found, parent-child dynamics, guardian-child dynamics, is something that we refer to as backward behavior modification. And what backward behavior modification is just this tendency for parents to pay more attention to undesirable behavior and less attention to desirable behavior.
Right.
So it's very much a behavior modification idea or behavior therapy idea. And it's just something that everyone, all different kinds of counselors, should be aware of.
Right, because attention is rewarding. So whatever you give attention to is more likely to occur.
Exactly.
So, in this next clip, we're going to watch John working with Claire using a strategy called What's Good About You. And I do want to mention that it's a wonderful strategy and kind of fun to do with most people, but Claire is exceptional. So you won't have clients produce quite as much verbal output necessarily.
No, she's a bit of an overachiever. I just pulled out a piece of paper here and my clipboard, and I wrote your name on it.
I can see that.
Okay. I was just telling you what I was doing. We're going to do a little game kind of thing. And are you okay with that?
Yeah, I like games.
Okay. I'm going to ask you the same question 10 times.
Okay.
And the only rule is you cannot give me the same answer twice.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm ready.
You ready? I'm going to... You're ready. Okay. So I'm going to keep track. I'll just write them down. And after you say it, I'm going to repeat it. And I'll say, thank you. And then I'll ask the question again.
Okay.
Okay? So you ready?
I think so.
You want to know the question?
Yeah.
Okay. What's good about you?
I think I try hard to be nice to people.
Okay. I try hard to be nice to people. Thank you. What's good about you?
I think I don't try to create drama with my friends.
Ah. So you said, I think I don't try to create drama with my friends. Thank you.
Okay.
What's good about you?
I like to make cards for people when it's their birthday or for Christmas or whenever, and I only make the card if I feel inspired to do so, and I try to make it really special.
Ah. I'm writing as fast as I can. Okay, here's what I got.
Okay.
I like to make cards for people for birthdays and Christmas, but only if I feel inspired, and I try to make it really special.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. What's good about you?
I think since I had to move a little while ago from the city to a small town, I think I've discovered that I can adapt pretty well. And that I don't need to have a lot of friends to do okay.
Okay. Okay, I've got this. Here it is. I think since I had to move from the city to a small town, I discovered I could adapt and I don't need a lot of friends to do okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's good about you?
When I decide that I want to be someone's friend, I care about that person and I try to put in a lot of time to being their friend, I suppose.
Okay. Okay. When I decide I want to be someone's friend, I care a lot about that person and try to put a lot of time into being their friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Are you going to have enough room to do 10?
Look at this. I got another piece of paper.
Okay.
So it's going to be okay.
Okay.
What's good about you?
I love to spend time with my family, and even when I wish that I was out with my friends more often, I still enjoy the time hanging out with my family.
Okay. I'm not sure if I got all the words right, but I'm going to read it back.
Okay.
I love to spend time with my family, and even when I wish I was out with friends more often, I still enjoy the time hanging out with my family.
Sounds sort of repetitive, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, and I just wasn't sure if you said hanging out or if I made that part up.
No, I think I said hanging
Okay.
out. But
Well, good.
okay.
Thank you. What's good about you?
I'm not sure if there are that many good things about me, but I'll have to come up with something.
We're on number 7.
Okay, maybe 3 more. I think that I am not only nice around people my age, but also nice to adults. I think I get along with adults pretty well.
Okay.
Because of my mom's job, I'm around them a lot, so.
Okay. I think that I'm not only nice around people my own age, but I get along, I'm nice, and I get along with adults pretty well too.
Mm-hmm.
And because of your mom's job, you
Yeah.
do that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. What's good about you?
Um,
I mean, thank you. What's
Yeah.
good about you?
I think when I decide that, like I was on the track team this year, when I decide that I'm going to start doing something, I try to put a lot of time into it and I try to get better at it.
Okay. So another thing about you that's good, I think when I decide, like in track, on the track team, when I decide to do something, I put a lot of time in and I get better at it.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's good about you?
I think I know when I'm doing something wrong, which I think is good because then in the future I can tell myself that I'm doing something wrong and I don't want to do it if it's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I got it. Here it is. I think I know when I'm doing something wrong. I think it is good. In the future, I can tell myself and not do it if it's wrong. Okay. Some of
Oh,
my,
I think you missed a because.
because
I think it is good because.
I think it is good because, thank you, in the future, I can tell myself and not do it if it's wrong. Okay, last one.
Okay.
Thank you. What's good about you?
When I compliment someone, I don't tell them that they look nice today. I try to come up with something very precise and accurate. I try not to say something like, "Oh, I like your shirt," because that's what everyone says, and I like my compliments, to be unique and to really mean something.
Okay. All right. When I compliment someone, I don't tell them they look nice today. I try to say something nice and accurate, not like, I like your shirt. Right? I think
Yeah.
you said that. I like my compliments to be unique and really mean something. Thank you. So, what was that like to focus on what you think is good about you?
I felt like it was sort of hard to do because I don't see myself from someone else's point of view every day. I see myself from my point of view.
Yeah, kind of
And
from
so
the inside.
It's hard to know what I'm really like and how I make other people feel. And I felt like I was sort of repetitive and all that, but
Well, one of the things that I heard that was repetitive, and sometimes when you hear repetitive things, it means something about you. And so one of the things that I heard a lot in here is I try, okay? And I think the word try is woven in here quite a bit. And then a lot of the trying has to do with other people, okay? And your family, and doing things that are right. And so one thing I take from this, I mean, and there's a lot here, because you have a lot of really good descriptions. But one of the things that I take from this is that you are the kind of person, Claire, who makes lots of effort, sort of on the inside of yourself. You have a lot of effort to do things that you think are right and that you think will be nice for other people.
yeah, because I think you can't just say, I was nice to that person, I did as well as I could possibly do, that no one could have been nicer than I just was. You say, I tried and I'm going to keep trying.
So it's a process that you just keep making an effort
Yeah.
to be nice to
And
someone.
all you can do is try. You
Yeah.
can't just, I mean, it's not like a quiz or something. You got an A+ on being nice to someone. It's not like that.
Well, and sometimes you don't even know because it's another person.
Yeah,
You can't be completely sure
right.
that what you did, that they thought it was nice. But you're making a lot of effort and you're trying to do that a lot.
Yeah.
I especially remember this one thing you said. It was about making cards for people on their birthday. And you said, I only do it if I feel inspired to try to make it really special. Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like making cards is one of the things I'm really good at. I'm not that fast. Like, I was on the track team and I was realizing that I'm not actually that fast. And that was something I had to learn, that all I could do was try as hard as I could. And as much as you think about it during the race, before the race, during the race, it's not even a lot of technique. It's just trying as hard as you can. And so I'm not that fast, and there's a lot of things I'm not that good at, and I know that. But I feel like making cards is something I'm actually kind of good at, and I like to do it because it makes people feel good, and it makes me feel really good once I'm finished with the card. And yeah, as I said, if it's someone's birthday and I feel really inspired, usually I'll have sort of a picture in my head of the kind of card I want to make them, and I try to bring my idea onto paper as much as possible. And then there are times when it's someone's birthday and I know it, but I don't feel like that person actually would appreciate it, and I don't feel inspired, and I don't feel like I know enough about that person to make them a card. And then that makes it harder for me to make them a good card.
Yeah, yeah. So, trying to summarize some of this, and I'm going to add a couple if it's okay, of good things about Claire. But one of the things that you just said made me think that it makes you feel good to make other people feel good.
Yeah.
And it also makes you feel good to do that genuinely, like
Right.
because it's real. You really feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have mine are going to be really short.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm just going to, they're sort of summary statements. So because of that, I think I would say, and I'm going to write it down and we can cross it off if you think it's a bad idea. I'm going to write down that Claire is thoughtful, kind of about others, but I think also about yourself. Just the thing you said about trying hard in track,
Yeah.
that really has to do with you, and that you took time to think about, I'm not that fast, but a lot of it's effort and how hard you try to run.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time thinking about myself, not like, I mean, mostly in a judgmental way and
Yeah.
trying to figure out if I am good enough at something.
Yeah. So you think about yourself in a judgmental way.
A little, yeah. But then when I've done something well, I also feel very happy and I feel good about myself.
So you're not judgmental of yourself all the time,
No.
but you do think about yourself sort of judgmentally from time to time.
Well, I try to get better at things, and so I'm thinking, well, what could I have done to make that better, and what can
Yeah.
I do next time?
Sort of like a self-critique.
Yeah.
You kind of look at yourself and you say, okay, Claire, you did this well. You could stand a little work in this area. What could you do to do better there?
And if there's something I have been trying and I just don't feel like I'm good at it and I don't enjoy it, I sort of, I usually decide to stop doing it because I like to do things that are rewarding for me and
Yeah.
that I also feel good about myself because I've done well in.
Have you ever had something, maybe a card, maybe a time you went running, maybe something you did with your parents or some friends, where you just were able to say, I did a really good job?
A lot of times making cards, I feel that way.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I made my teacher, Miss Curry, a card that I really liked. On the front, it had pictures of cows that I had drawn grazing in a pasture. And I was a little late for this card. So in the front, I said, "It's past your birthday," like the pun.
I get
And
it.
then on the inside, I said, "But don't have a cow." And I was very proud of that card.
You could write for a card company. That's pretty clever.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's amazing. Hey, so I got another one. Claire is creative And I got another one. You ready? Claire is intelligent. Okay. And another one. I'll stop here, okay?
Okay.
Claire is, I'm going to put an E on the end of your name there, a hard worker. What's your reaction one?
I sort of feel like I shouldn't agree because usually when you get a compliment, you say, no, that's not true, but thank you. But I think I would agree, actually,
Okay.
on those.
So that we can put those on the list
Yeah.
along with yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I feel sort of guilty because modern culture, you aren't supposed to agree when someone compliments you, but I think there's a time when if something is accurate, if something's right, you can agree.
Yeah.
Because it'd be lying if you said no.
Well, and also, I mean, I think what you're saying is it depends on the situation. Modern culture, maybe it wouldn't be that good or cool for you if somebody said in front of a class, Claire, you're very intelligent, and you said, yes, I agree. But we're doing a little counseling here, and it's just you and me,
Yeah.
along with the people who are running the cameras. But with just it being you and me, and the whole thing about counseling is about, let's just be honest.
Yeah, and I feel like I can trust you with this. So.
Yeah, I'm not going to go out and say, that Claire, and that would be a bad thing if we had, that Claire's a big bragger, right? I'm just,
Yeah.
that's not what we're doing.